traders, Trader Tom here from Simply Forex, the channel created to help you succeed in the markets. I've been trading for over 15 years now, and I have poured all of my trading knowledge, experiences, expertise, techniques, and strategies into the VIP Trading Academy as part of our Discord channel so that you can take advantage and profit from the markets. Whether you're a beginner on day one of your trading journey or you've been trading for years, we have something for everyone. As part of the VIP Trading Academy, you will receive daily trade signals, numerous tutorials, profitable strategies, exclusive content every week, daily analysis, and you get direct access to me, plus much, much more. We will also be running competitions where we'll be giving away prizes every single month. All of this is usually worth $300, but here's the exciting part. We can now offer this to you for free. Yes, that's right, for free. So how can we do this? Well, we are super proud to announce that we have partnered with Axie, a leading global award-winning broker. And if you open a live trading account with them and deposit as little as $500, then we will give you free access to the VIP Trading Academy. So, what are you waiting for? Check out the promotion below, open a live Axie trading account today, and we will see you in the VIP Trading Academy where we will help you every step of the way on your trading journey.
Hello traders, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Did everyone have a nice weekend, first and foremost? And did everyone watch the Liverpool game? Liverpool-Manchester City 1-1. I thought we should have won, but I'm still happy with a draw. It's still okay. So yeah, we've got that, guys. What else did you get up to at the weekend? What else did I do? Not much, really. Just quite chilled. And also, guys, what we're going to do as part of the live stream, as you know by now, this is your opportunity to ask me as many questions as you like about trading, guys. All right, so don't be shy. Come on, say hello, good morning, good afternoon, and yeah, and give me as many questions as you like, guys. Yeah, I'm here for the next 40 minutes. I'm going to show you a trade that I've already taken today, and we've partially closed some profit, and it's Swiss franc, Japanese yen. And that's the only trade we've had so far today. So we'll start with that, and then, guys, get as many questions as you can over to me. Right, let's say hello to some of the Simply Forex crew. Vanessa, how are you? Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Vanessa. Hello, Noor. How are you, mate? Jiva, am I pronouncing that correctly? I probably aren't. Good morning, friend. Good morning, Jiva. Colin, how are you, mate? Javan, how are you? IQ Robert, can I rent a CJ? Can I rent her? You want me to look at Canadian dollar, Japanese yen? We can look at that if that's what you meant. Skelts, how are you? Skelts was a good game. Yeah, it was a good game. You know, Liverpool City are always good games. I just felt we did enough to win that game. But there you go. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, Kennedy, we'll take a look at that. Can you hedge in scalping as long as I am fast at it? That would be tricky, Jiva, I reckon. Greg, how are you, mate? Louis Esterhusen, how are you? Javan, Tom, if you can later. I've never seen you do Bitcoin. All right, we'll do a little bit of Bitcoin, actually. If that's what you want, we will do it. Let me start then, guys, with the trade that I got in. So it's Swiss franc, Japanese yen. This is the day chart. And why did we get into it? Well, let's start that again. So price had come up to this level, guys, and it just, you know, ranged for, you know, between these two levels, and then we got a break. Okay, as soon as we broke out of this level and this range, you know, we're interested in selling. If I zoom in, it wasn't until this candle, guys, that I got interested. Okay. Because this is super duper bearish. Yeah, that is a technical term, super duper bearish. Check it out in all the economic books. But before that, wasn't interested in that candle, wasn't interested in that candle because of the wicks. I was interested, I am interested in that candle. All right, so that was it. Was just trying to take price a little bit lower. This was actually a H1 play. And all it was, guys, was quite a simple H1 play, right? I'm just following H1 structure. Okay, this was the last high through here. Yeah, you can see that. And, you know, not only was it a good resistance level, but we also had the moving average 20. All right, as you know, I use that as dynamic support or resistance. And then we got this bearish candle. Admittedly, guys, it could be more bearish, but just the fact we got such a, you know, nice top wick that reacted at the top of this level and the moving average 20, it was as simple as that, guys. I got in here, put my stop above here. I put it actually above this high as well. And then all I wanted to do was take it back down to these lows. Yeah, and I got out at 167.15. And as you can see, guys, I got my 1:1. Yeah, closed 80% in here. And now I'm going to let 20% run. All right, and it's as simple as that, guys. Yeah, just following trend, looking at support resistance level, had a nice bearish candle. You know, lots of, well, room to move into, not lots of room to move into, but room to move into, coming off a nice area of resistance. And that's it, guys. Not rocket science sometimes, yeah? Just follow the, you know, what I always talk to you about are the principles of price action, okay? And they are, yeah, in a nutshell, they are trend, structure of the market, they are support resistance levels, candlesticks, yeah, and this idea, this concept of value. And then all I'm doing is doing that across several time frames, weekly, daily, H4, H1, yeah, and, you know, go with the flow. When I say go with the flow, I mean go with daily trend. And that's it, guys. That is it. So yeah, that was Swiss yen, guys. That's what I'm currently in right now. We was interested in pound Swiss franc, but I just don't like the way pound Swiss franc has broken down. All right, so as you can see, you know, price is breaking down. You know, it could potentially come lower. So we don't really like that. And the other two pairs I was looking at was Aussie dollar CAD. And I'm still interested in this. You can see where my alarm is. This is H1 chart. Again, you know, look at the daily, clearly in an uptrend. So I want to be with daily trend, all right? And then all I'm going to do, guys, is on the lower time frames, find an area which makes sense. Now, right now, this trade doesn't make sense, yeah, on the H1 because everything's breaking down, yeah? We are getting, you know, lower highs, lower lows, yeah? We're in a downtrend. But if this high breaks and we get something like this, yeah, we get a retest, you know, then we're back in an uptrend and the trade makes sense again. All right, so that's what I'm looking for with Aussie dollar CAD. And it's pretty much the same with New Zealand CAD. You can see I've got my alarm in there. To be quite frank, I would want to see it break that level. Yeah, so again, if we follow H1, you know, we're in a downtrend, but you could also put this gray zone in now. Yeah, there's a new gray zone developed. Okay, so if I get a break of that level, I'll be interested in buying New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. All right, guys, so that's what I'm looking at. Let's see what you guys want to look at. So who was first? Okay, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Because Javan, you are a member. Okay, and if you want to become a member, guys, you can. Your name will appear in green, and I will do your questions first. So Javan, Bitcoin. All right, interesting. Let's have a look at it. We know it's, at highs at the moment. But let's do a weekly. Okay, so these are some old levels. Okay, but let's put in some new levels up here. All right, so that's definitely a level. So this is the weekly chart, guys, and we're just going to go through this. So, Bitcoin has been motoring. Yeah, it has been crazy strong. So that's clear to see. Weekly, it's in an uptrend. Again, clear to see. It's broken this area of resistance here. All right, so it's difficult to look for anything other than buys on this weekly chart. The problem with it, is there's no value. Yeah, if I start buying here, where are you going to take it to? Yeah, there is no other place to take it from. Okay, so you have no reference point if you start buying. You know, you could aim for the next psychological level. Yeah, so there's maybe this 7,005 or 75,000 level. That would make sense from a psychological point of view. But again, there's just no value in Bitcoin. If it comes down here, yeah, and we get, you know, a bullish reaction, then we can look to take it higher. But no value up here. Let's have a quick look at the day chart as well. You know, and interestingly, look, you can see that reaction at that resistance level. So you've got the grey resistance level. Yeah, look at that reaction. Okay. That would suggest sellers had taken control of that market and it potentially come lower. But we're in an uptrend. Okay. And it's difficult to go against trend, guys. All right. And if you did go against trend with this candle, you know, it would have kept going. And the other thing with Bitcoin is people, you know, people want to buy it. You know, people just want to buy and hold. So, you know, it goes against the grain to try and sell it, really. But this is what I'm seeing from a technical point of view, guys. All right, and it hasn't quite broken that level. So what will be really interesting with Bitcoin this week is what will happen with this next weekly candle or this next daily candle. Will it end up bullish like this? Because then that would suggest it still wants to come higher. Or would these highs keep holding each other? Like we get a candle that closes back inside like this. You know, that would suggest we're still going to see a bit of a move to the downside. So yeah, there's no value in buying Bitcoin at the moment, but you know Bitcoin, it could go up another 10,000 points. You know, Bitcoin is one volatile, crazy asset. I'm going to use something completely different there. So yeah, we'll see if it holds the daily, you know, if that daily candle holds, that's what I'll be looking at, guys. All right, but no value in buying Bitcoin. However, I want to buy Bitcoin when it retraces. Right, what else are we looking at? Okay, got lots of people wanting to look at Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, so we'll take a look at that in a minute, guys. But let's start with CJ. CJ, okay, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. So the yen has been tearing, yeah, the yen has been getting real strength, okay, and none more so than with Canadian dollar yen, okay. Let's have a look at the weekly chart. So the thing with yen pairs are that they're all still in weekly uptrends. I mean, if we just followed Canadian yen trend, you know, pretty much we're seeing this, right? We've got higher highs. This is the last low. You know, will we find a new low in here? So it comes back up, okay? So it's worth pointing that out. On a weekly chart, we are in an uptrend with Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. But, you know, look at that weekly candle. Yeah, that is very, very bearish. However, you know, we are at a very nice resistance and support level here, and we've got the moving average 20 here. We might see a bounce off this level. All right, so if anything, we would look to buy Canadian dollar yen from this level, yeah, on the weekly chart. But if you drop down to the daily chart now, and this is the problem with yen pairs at the moment, the weekly and daily are probably not going to make sense with each other. Yeah, yen pairs, generally the weeklies are still in an uptrend because the yen was so weak for so long, but now the day charts are breaking down. Yeah, you can clearly see this one is breaking down. Yeah, and we're starting to see lower highs, lower lows, you know, clearly a downtrend. But as you can see with CAD yen, there's this level through here. What was once resistance became support, and we're at this level and this psychological 109 level. So it will be really interesting to see how this daily candle finishes. If we went back in time, guys, right, and we didn't see today's candle. So when I wake up and do my analysis every morning, I am not willing to sell this. Yeah, we're at a support level. Yeah, you can see through here, we're in a downtrend. I want to sell, but I just cannot sell into support. Yeah, that's, don't do that. Crazy people do that. Don't buy into resistance, and don't short into support. And it rhymes. Okay, so that's where we are with Canadian yen. Now, if we go back in real time, tomorrow may give us a different view of the market, because if I see a bearish candle, let's say the daily candle finishes like this, okay, then that is a clear break of this level, okay, and I would suggest we can take it back down to this level. All right, we have a bit of room to move into. Okay, that's more than enough room to get some nice pips. So that's what I do if the daily candle finished bearish and below that level. And then if we saw a candle, that perhaps looked like this with a big wick on it, and this low never broke, I wouldn't be interested in selling it. I wouldn't be interested in buying it. All right, because if that happens, then this level was held, but we're still in a downtrend. Okay, so if that happened, you've got to think about the different scenarios, guys. Yeah, so if that happened, I wouldn't buy it, wouldn't sell it. Okay, so yeah, CAD yen, let's see what today's candle does and where it finishes. But yeah, sellers are still clearly in control at the moment. Right, what else have we got, guys? Guys, let me just remind you, just to keep everyone happy, above my head, guys, we have partnered up with a prop firm, and that prop firm is My Flash Funding, okay? And if you want 24%, I think it is, of any prop firm challenge right now, then if you use code SIMPLY, you can get this 24% off. All right, so guys, please use code SIMPLY. It helps us give you these partnerships. Use code SIMPLY on checkout. Any My Prop Firm challenge right now with My Flash Funding, 24% off. Check it out. Right, what else we got here? We've done Bitcoin, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. Kennedy is very keen to look at Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, so we will do just that. All right, let's have a look at Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. Okay, well, let's start with the weekly chart. Okay, and what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to remove this. We're going to do this one together. Okay, let's all do this as one big happy family. All right, so Aussie dollar, New Zealand, guys. Yeah, if you look at the weekly chart, only the weekly chart, what would you do? Would you buy, sell, or stay out of this market? So same question to everyone. Don't be shy. Put your comment in the live chat. What would you do? Would you buy, sell, or stay out of Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar right now on the weekly chart? Right, Merv would buy, Jiva would sell, Rich Paul would stay out. I'm going to have a drink out of my Liverpool FC coffee mug. I might get an LFC tattoo on my forehead. I'm not going to do that. Craig would sell. Skelts would sell. Yeah, so just on the weekly chart, guys, what would you do? Pooh Poppy would sell. CJ, how are we, Tom, this afternoon? I'm very well, thank you. I hope you're well also, CJ. I would have been better if Liverpool won, but a draw's okay. Okay, and CJ would buy that. Right. So we've got a bit of a mixed bag. Yeah, we've got buys, sells, and stay outs, okay, on the weekly chart. Now, if we look at weekly structure, okay, are we seeing this? And the answer is yeah. This is what we're seeing. Yeah, we're seeing lower lows, potentially lower highs here. All right. So structurally, that's what we're seeing. However, yeah, we have a very bullish candle. We're not very bullish, but last week was a bullish candle. Okay, and it's broken this level, but this is more of a daily level. Okay, and I would suggest we have more room to move into. Yeah, we're not near the moving average 20 yet. I would say we could buy it back up to this grey zone, and even perhaps this 0750 level. All right, but you have to bear in mind that would be going against weekly trend. So if you sum it all up, yeah, we're in a downtrend, but we've got a bullish candle with room to move into. You know, you would stay out. Yeah, there's too much conflicting information. All right. So on the weekly, I would stay out. It was a stay out stroke buy. Okay, on the weekly. All right. But now let's look at the day chart. Yeah, because we want to just get as much data as information as we can, guys, and make the best decisions we can. All right. That's what trading is all about, is just making good decisions on, you know, on each trade that you take. Now, I'm going to ask you the same question, guys. All right. So if you looked at the daily chart now, yeah, would you buy, sell, or stay out of this market? So everyone, guys, daily chart, same question: buy, sell, or stay out of the market. Right, Grant would buy. Scalps daily uptrend. Yes, it is a daily uptrend. Would you buy or sell? I assume buy. Poo Poppy is a sell. Jiva would sell it. Any more, guys? Don't be shy. Please give us your answers. What would you do? Merv would stay out. Greg would buy it. Poo Poppy has got a comment here about the Liverpool game. Karate kicks to the chest are not penalties. You Liverpool fans don't understand the game. Fair enough, Poo Poppy, fair enough. It was more assault than a football challenge, but hey. Sorry, got sidetracked there. If we talk about Liverpool, guys, you will sidetrack me. Merv, stay out. Greg would buy. Skelch would stay out. Craig is at resistance or at support now. Stay out. Would look for buys and a rejection of the grey zone. Yes. Yeah. So I have to agree with the buys here. You know, but again, you have to understand this, guys, right? If I come in at the start of the day, yeah, I'm going to look at this. Okay. So I like Aussie dollar buys, Aussie dollar New Zealand buys, because of that level it was at. But at the start of the day, I don't like it, right? And this could be a trade for me tomorrow. Okay. But let's just look at simple price action. So on the day chart, we're in an uptrend. Okay, so we want to look for buys. But then if we zoom in, yeah, you wouldn't want to buy a candle that looked like that, and rightfully so. It's been coming down all day. Yeah, so it's in an uptrend. We've got a candle like this. Okay, but I still think it has room to move into. Okay, but you wouldn't buy that candle. Now, if we look at today's candle, you would be right in not buying that candle because sellers have just taken price down. But now price is at this really nice support level. Okay, so what do I want to see now? As Vanessa said, I want to see a really nice bullish reaction at this level. But please bear in mind, guys, it might want to come down. You know, let's say the moving average 20 catches up. Price, you know, price can bounce off wherever it likes. It might want to bounce off this level, yeah, or it might want to come down to the moving average 20 and then bounce off that level. Okay, and what is ultimately going to tell you that is the daily candle. Yeah, if we get a nice big bullish reaction here, we can look for buys. If moving average 20 comes around and we get a nice big bullish reaction here, we can buy from the moving average 20. Okay, so, you know, it wasn't a buy trade today, but now it's at this gray zone. It might become a buy level. Yeah, we just want to see a bullish reaction. So let's drop down to the H4 and see if we're getting anything that tells us to start buying. And if you look at the H4, nothing is telling us to start buying. Yeah, far from it. Bearish, bearish. I would even say this candle's bearish, bearish. But we are at this really interesting level right now. All right, so really we'd not like to see a big bullish H4 candle. Yeah, something like this. Then we could potentially start looking for buys. Ultimately, guys, you know, even if I did get a big bullish H4 candle, I would still want to see a break on the H1. Yeah, so this is what I would like to see, and I'm going to put an alarm in here. Okay, so that's what I want to see, right? I want to see price, well, prices breaking down. Okay, you can clearly see prices breaking down. And all I've highlighted is the last H1 high. Because if that's broken, then we've had a change in H1 trend, H1 structure. And there's no bigger indicator than buyers taking control of the market than a break of that level. Yeah, there's no bigger indicator than that. Yeah, if you get a structure break on, you know, at least the H1, then yeah, that's what that's telling us. It's saying, right, come and buy me. And that's exactly what we will do. All right, so I agree. We can start, you know, looking at buys from this gray zone, but in reality, this probably won't be a trade until tomorrow or maybe even Wednesday. All right, so we'll keep an eye out for this. I've got my alarm in there, but yeah, ultimately, I would want to buy Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. All right, guys, what else have we got? Okay, so we've got a couple of questions here now. So Javan said, can we add sentiment to the reason for the buy? Because I was looking at this pair earlier, and I don't like to be on the majority of the retailers. So I hear you, you know, like, you know, the banks, the big boys almost want to be going against retailers because, you know, these liquidity grabs is basically where going against retailers. Yeah, it needs to grab enough buys or enough sells to get their orders filled, whether it's a buy or a sell. So there is an element of that. You know, you don't want to be, you know, you want to trade at how the banks trade, right? But my point there is this. So if enough people are seeing something as a buy or enough people seeing it as a sell, then it's probably a good buy or sell. Yeah, if enough people are seeing it, there'll be enough momentum in the market. The sentiment is with you. All right. And then if you think about the big boys, right, when they, you know, when they get interested, I like levels up here. Okay. And really what they're doing is just, you know, like stop hunting. Okay. So when price comes up to a level like this, yeah, it just takes out a load. It's probably not a good example of that. Or this one. Yeah. So let's say you started buying this candle, right? This is Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, yeah, daily chart, right? Let's say you started buying this and you put your stop here. For me, the banks know that. They know where all these retail stops are. They know they're all in here. Okay, so what do? They drive price down. Yeah, they take out all of those stops in here. Yeah, and they can build a big enough buy trade in here. Okay, and then look, you get a very strong move and even a break of daily trend. Okay, so that's where the banks are sitting in with their big orders. Okay, and you can call them liquidity grabs, stop hunts, whatever you want to call it. Now, I won't trade like the bank because that would be against resistance. Sorry, that would be against trend. Yeah, because at this point we're in a downtrend. All right. So that's what the big banks are looking for. They're not necessarily looking for, I mean, if we drop down to the H1, you know, let's say you took a sell here, yeah, put your stop here, and you want to take it down to just here. You know, they're less keen on these moves, which is one of the reasons I intraday trade. You know, I'm in and out of the trade before it's even got to a level where the big boys are interested. I don't want to trade them levels. Yeah, I just want to be intraday. Maybe I get in on this candle here and I take it down to this low. And if I take 10, what's this, 25, 26, you know, if I take 10, 11 pips, 20 pips out of the market, I am a happy trader. I don't need a 200 pip move. I'm not a swing trader. I'm just intraday, in and out, in and out. All right. And, you know, if you think about it, guys, that's exactly what I did with Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Okay. So this is Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Yeah. On the H1, we got a bearish reaction at resistance. I took it down to the last low. All right. Probably not too many banks getting involved there, or hedge funds, or any of the big boys, or any investment firms, right? But if you go to the daily chart now, I bet you there are a lot of big boys waiting in here. Yeah, that's where the sharks are at. This is like the middle of the Atlantic, and there's blood in the water. Yeah, so this is where they become interested. All right, so yeah, they're not so much interested in me just taking 20 pips down to there. All right, so yeah, that's how I'm not going to compete against the banks. I don't want to compete against the banks. What, you know, the big boys will show you when they get involved. All right, you'll see it. Try, you know, like this is an example, if you ask me. Yeah, when you've had a real huge reaction, and then the market just moves a crazy amount of pips. Now, the big boys have like I say, have taken out all these stops down here, okay, and built a nice big buy position, okay, and they will sit on that, whatever their strategy is. I don't know what their strategy is, right? But they'll just sit on that trade. Now, I don't want to take this buy. Yeah, that's not how I roll. Yeah, I wait for this. Yeah, we get a break in trend, we get a nice bullish candle, and all I want to do is trade from here to here. All right, and it works. Yeah, it paid off in this example. All right, so yeah, that's how the banks trade. That's how I trade, and obviously avoid getting taken out by the banks. Right, what else are we looking at, guys? Very candle on buy. Okay, gold. We've got a couple of people interested in gold, but gold we can. Okay, Yemen was also interested in gold. Okay, so let's. Okay, and Merv is buying Euro Swiss franc. Good. Yeah, I think that would be a good trade, Merv. So I'm buying Euro Swiss franc now based on what I learned from you. Well, Merv, this is music to my ears. Yeah, if you guys, you know, take some of the things that I've learned over the years, and you use them and create, and you make your own trades, and they're profitable. You know, that's the reason we started the channel, Merv. So yeah, good for you, mate. I hope that Euro Swiss franc works out. Okay, we've got a couple of yen pairs there as well. Okay, so let's have a look at gold. So gold's going to take me 30 seconds. Okay, if you look at gold on the, oh no, I've just moved that. Let's remove that. I don't know where it was. There's gold, untradeable. Yeah, you don't want to, you want to be with trend, which is clearly in an uptrend. You don't need me to tell you that, but there's no value. Yeah, I'm not going to start buying here. Okay, so what I would do, I would wait for a retrace, wherever that may be, and then I start buying gold. Yeah, I mean, if anything, guys, I would look for a sell. you know, but it goes against a crazy massive uptrend, but it's just so overbought. So for me, no trade. We're in an uptrend. I want to buy. I am not going to buy that. It is too overbought. Aussie dollar yen. So Scalps wanted to look at Aussie dollar yen. So let's take a quick look at that. And also, guys, before we start looking at Aussie dollar yen, first of all, if you enjoy my analysis, then please come and join the channel. Yeah, subscribe to the channel right now. And if everyone could please smash the like button, guys. Yeah, it really helps the channel and we appreciate your support. Also, guys, if you haven't joined our trading community yet, then why not? Yeah, it's got like-minded traders sharing knowledge, ideas, experiences. So come join our free Discord channel. Within that, we also have the VIP Trading Academy. And I don't know if you saw our promo vid at the start of the live stream, but we are giving away the VIP Trading Academy for free, yeah, if you open an account with Axie. All right, and there's loads of Axie is a global leading broker, and there's loads of perks to joining Axie. So please check the link below in the video description. The editor might even put it up for you now as well, guys. All right, so check that out. If you want free VIP Trading Academy, open up an account with Axie from as little as $500 and you will get free access. All right, check it out. Aussie dollar US, Aussie dollar yen. Okay, let's take a quick look. Now, again, yeah, weeklies are in an uptrend. It's also important to point out here, we are at a weekly resistance level, okay? But if I zoom in a little bit, we are clearly in an uptrend. Yeah, and this is where we're at. And this is what I explained with CAD yen, guys. This is the problem you're going to have. You're going to have daily downtrends, but then you're going to have weekly uptrends. And then straight away for me, that's a, you know, there's too much conflict there. Okay. So, yeah, Aussie dollar, Japanese yen in an uptrend and, you know, more or less at the moving average 20. Okay. All right. So, not keen on selling that. But if you drop to the day chart or buying it for that matter, yeah, or buying it. If you drop down to the day chart, we are clearly seeing a structure break right now. Okay. Now, price was in this uptrend and then it just become a box of consolidation. All right. So between here and here, it's just consolidating. Price doesn't, buyers and sellers are just fighting. And if this candle, today's candle, finishes like it is now, then sellers have won that battle. Yeah. This consolidation battle of buyers and sellers, this candle tells us sellers have won. And if I saw this tomorrow, again, it's not a trade for me today. I need to wait for a daily confirmation candle. Now, if that does break, then I think we could potentially take price, you know, down to this 96.50 or even back down to this gray zone here, maybe even this 96 level. All right. But again, it's dependent on how this candle finishes. Yeah, because you can get in early and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so let's say you're like, Tom, I'm getting into this trade now, all right, on a lower time frame, and let's say you're selling this now, right? The candle hasn't finished forming, but you like the H4 or H1 break that we've had. Okay, and I get that. I couldn't disagree with that trade whatsoever, right? But a couple of things could happen. Yeah, you could have a huge bearish, a huge wick candle that ends up looking like that, right? Closes back into this level. Now, if you saw that, you would be wanting to get out of your sell trade like there's no tomorrow. Okay, so there's the first thing. Secondly, you start selling here, and you're like, Tom, I've got in early. You know, I'm happy. Good. Yeah, I'm glad that you're happy, right? But also what's going to happen here is most of the time you're going to get a retrace anyway. So let's say you started selling here, all right, today. I wake up tomorrow morning, see this candle, and then pretty much what I'm going to do is highlight this area for sells. And then price could potentially come up to here and we start selling it tomorrow back down to here. Now, this seller's not wrong. This seller's not wrong, right? This seller's getting in at a better price and he's waited for confirmation of this daily candle. But this seller could take advantage if price just did that and there was no retrace. All right, so I'm not saying one's wrong, one's right. I'm just showing you those are the permutations and what could work out. Okay, and neither sellers, both seller would be happy if price ended up coming down to here. All right, but for me, I just need to wait for that daily candle confirmation. And let's be honest, I mean, it's looking like it will finish like this. Let's look at the H4. Yes, it's very, very bearish. But like I say, guys, I'll just, highlight this area here. Tomorrow, potentially area to trade from. Or I'd even look at the H1. Yeah, you can see there's a level through here and here. Yeah, moving average 20 comes down. Maybe I'll try and get in here for sells. All right, so don't worry about missing a trade. Have that patience and wait for the daily candle to confirm it or whatever it might be. Yeah, there'll always be the trade available to take. Rarely will a trade just do that. Yeah, it will usually do this. Okay, opportunity to get in, opportunity to get in, opportunity to get in. Rarely will it do that. All right. So there you go, guys. That was Aussie dollar, Japanese yen. And guys, yeah, I've got to go a little bit early today, guys. So yeah, we'll leave it there. But what I'd like to do is thank everyone for their time today and all of your questions. We cannot do this channel without you guys, and we really appreciate your time. For those of you who I didn't answer their questions, come join us tomorrow, same time, and we'll answer all your questions there, guys. Have a great trading day.